Well, good morning, everybody. It's me, Mitch. I'm out here for day number 2 at the Keto Orlando Summit. It's early and nothing started yet. I drove over this morning. Had a great time yesterday. Been down into the hotel, ran into Kiltz, who's going to be leaving about noon today because of this big storm that's coming in. I think my favorite spot in this whole hotel is here in the parking lot because I can sit and relax. It's quiet. The hotel is crawling with people. Crawling with people. A lot of people that are here as vacationers because this is a resort hotel. The few people that are here, I think 150 registered for the keto conference, just got lost in the swarm of humanity that's roaming around in this hotel. Tried to get a cup of coffee this morning. It was probably a 45-minute line at the little cafe. Yesterday morning I got here real early, but I didn't being Saturday, I didn't figure there'd be a rush hour, and I got here about 8 o'clock this morning. By that time, the place was mayhem. So I escaped here to the garage. I wasn't going to do a live stream, but I thought, no, let me just record this and upload it. I'm tentatively planning to do my 3 p.m. live stream from here today. But if a lot of people are leaving because of that potential storm coming, I'll go home and do it from home. So the notice of that will probably go up late. But right now, excuse me while I light my cigar. That should do it. I am wearing my old guy food pyramid t-shirt today to the conference. And I'm hoping that there'll be something interesting. Today they actually have another room open up where people are selling things and displaying things. It is interesting, but it's a small conference, and I think this year it's not as big as last year. The live stream that I did yesterday with Kiltz and Dr. Nelson still brings a smile to my face. I had an absolute ball, and meeting Kiltz was a real trip. Don't get me wrong. There may be a few small points I still disagree with him on, but I think that that can be said for about anybody in your life, even your loved ones. We are individuals, and we have to have our own opinions and everything else. So I went and found myself a pretty neat little spot here. Let me show you where I am. Turn the camera around. I'm actually right by the exit to where you leave this place, and I've got a lot of room over here, as you can see, before the car. I'm parked on the end and managed to park a little bit over the line so as not to be too close to the guy next to me. And there goes the car now. And over on this side of me, basically, is pretty empty, too far away from the elevators that take you into the hotel. But that's a much more sophisticated and spacious, a little airier with this big exit next to me, potentially a little noisier. Place to sit here and enjoy my cigar and talk to you guys. Over the past couple days, I haven't really released any videos. And I may release this one today. I may save it for tomorrow. It doesn't matter. Besides smoking a cigar, I did want to take a little time and tell you some of my observations that I've had, because this is primarily a keto conference. I've talked a lot about the difference. Even though we're only talking about 10 to 20 grams of carbohydrates a day, which seems like keto is basically carnivore with some broccoli. The difference in the mindsets of the two communities couldn't be any more evident than it is here at a Keto Summit. Now, more and more, it seems, every year, of people who went through what I went through on keto, hanging on to those last bit of carbs. And hanging on to carbs, there's only one reason you would want to hang on to carbs. They don't do you any good. There's nothing healthy about them. They only do damage. The only reason that you might want to hang on to even the last vestiges of carbs is because you're an addict. And I keep getting back to that. And yet you just never hear it. Nobody here at this conference that I see buying all of this, all these keto treats and keto pancake syrup and all that other stuff. None of these people have any idea that they're an addict. They're firmly convinced, not without the help of the people selling this stuff, that they're doing something for themselves and their health. And they are, if they're not a carbohydrate addict. So there's a paradox there. It's ironic. If you're not a carbohydrate addict, be a carnivore. If you are a carbohydrate addict, then you're remaining keto for a wrong reason. Be a carnivore. There's no doubt in my mind that the healthiest way is carnivore. I mean, and that leads me to conclude that the only reason why anybody would want to do keto, who have decided and learned that they need to get rid of carbs in their life, is to hang on to their addiction, something they, in most cases, haven't realized. But I think as more and more people are actually realizing that and listening to this kind of message, they're having epiphanies of their own. It's kind of like an aha moment. And I think they're becoming carnivores, as evidenced by the fact that there are a lot more people at this keto conference this year that are carnivores than there were last year, even though I think there's fewer people this year. I think that maybe it's time for a carnivore summit. But we are so vastly outnumbered. We're so vastly outnumbered by the addicts who cling on to keto so they can continue to figure out ways to feed their addictions, to have those treats, to not give up the sweets. in search of that comfort that those addictive foods provide. The whole entire world basically has to make the decision like I had to make when I decided to become a pure carnivore channel, that I would be limiting my potential audience to 10% or less of what, say, Ken Berry's audience is, because he and Nisha still support and appeal to those people who are keto, and they've created kind of a middle ground called Ketovore, but still allowing people to hang on to that addiction. So are there enough people for a carnivore summit? I don't know. And it appears that the crowd from the hotel is about to find me, and it's getting noisier and busier here. So I'm going to end this right now before it gets to be too much mayhem around me, and say thanks for watching. We'll see if I do the live stream or not, but until that happens, God, people, take the rest of the day off and eat meat. Oh my God.